Hello and welcome to RealTrainerTv. We are here to give you an insight into sport activities in your area across the UK and to help promote local coaches and trainers who are responsible for turning people's dreams and goals into reality. To be a real trainer means you have had the right skill, knowledge, experience and patience to make you the ultimate training partner and leader to keep your members motivated and inspired. RealTrainerTv. Real trainers, real people, real results.
Hi, I'm Yasmin Khan from RealTrainerTv and I'm down at Brogborough Lakes in Bedfordshire today. We're here to speak to Dave Coard from Box Fit about triathlon training. A lot of people don't understand the sport and what it entails. Do you actually have to compete to take part?
No, absolutely not. Triathlon's it's a way of life really. It's for people to get fit. I mean, what you do find is when people do train, they actually do start competing as well. But it's a way. It's a fitness. It's another way of getting into fitness. It's actually a really good way of being fit. I mean, you've got this. This is your playground really. This is where we have our fun because it's outside. Don't cost a lot of money because you just do what's natural really.
How did you get into it yourself?
Well, I actually watched TV. I watched the London Triathlon many years ago with a guy called Simon Lessing. And it was pouring with rain and he was out running, swimming and biking. I thought, that guy's got to be mad. And I thought, that's for me. And it got into, if you can do that in the rain, what's it like in the summer?
Okay, so, and I understand you do this when it's all iced over as well.
We do actually, yeah. We come up here on actually Boxing Day and we swim here on Boxing Day. It's traditional for BoxFit to do that. So weather don't bother us really.
What about the person who's never done it before? Do you just stick them in the lake and expect them to be able to do the full-blown thing, or how does that work?
No, absolutely not. We bring them up here, we show them the lake, and the first reaction is what you just said, "God, I can't do this," but actually anyone can do this. We've got all ages, all different types of people. They come up here, they get into the lake. Yeah, at first it's a bit daunting for them, but that's what we're here for. We're here to help them. And we bring them in there, we coach them along, we get them in, and next thing you know, they're back again, so when can I do this again? They come in, they're loving it, and that's only the beginning of it. Then you've got the other sections of it. You've got the biking, you've got the running. That's what I think triathlon is so good about fitness. You come into it. You've got all these things you can do out there. Okay, and it's just not one event. And when you come to injuries as well, you've got three things there.
And I know as well, because obviously you've got the three different things. You've got the swimming, the biking, and the running. There's a lot of people that come from other sports and they do triathlon to sort of rehabilitate themselves if they've had injuries and so forth. Is that something you advise?
Exactly, yeah. I mean, we've got runners who've been running all their life and they find they're having problems. They come in, the swimming actually helps them. It's like self-massaging really. You've got the swimming, then you've got the biking, so they're not on their feet all the time, and then the running's at the end. So in a way, they're kind of warming themselves up. So they go for the swimming first, it's like your warm-up, and you go into the bike, you go into the next gear, and your legs are prepared for the running. Whereas if you go straight into running, you're pounding on your legs all the time. This actually helps you. And we get bikers coming into it, with the running's good for them. Obviously swimmers coming into it, they've got the other two elements as well.
Okay, so what about, for instance, myself, I can't swim, but what if I wanted to have a go? What happens?
Perfect. It's people like yourself we want. Because we bring you in, we show you how this is where our coaching comes into it. This is where triathlon coaches come into it. They help you to swim. But, I mean, everyone can swim. They just need a little bit of help. This is what we do.
Do you advise with nutrition and what sort of things that they need to be consuming?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, again, nutrition. People think they come into fitness, I can't eat.
Yeah.
Absolutely wrong. This sort of sport, you need to eat. You need to have your carbs, you need to have your protein, your carbs. You need to get that mix right. And we encourage people to eat, believe it or not, because you imagine the calories you're burning doing this sport. Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. And I know you're involved in a lot of charity work for your local areas. What sort of things have you done?
Oh, I've done lots. I've done a double marathon last year. I've done 4 Ironmans, doing Lanzarote twice, which they say is the toughest Ironman. And in a couple of weeks, we're actually doing the Arc to Arc, which is we're running from Marble Arch to Dover, swimming the English Channel, and cycling to Paris. And it's all for charity.
Wow, that's excellent. So the surrounding areas benefit from what you have to offer as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Excellent.
4 strokes, ready? Go. Breathe every time, good. Perfect.
So we've got Richard here, and he was in the water earlier with Dave being coached.
Yeah.
How did you find out about Dave to start with?
Well, I started doing boxing training about a couple of years ago, and a coach called in Dave to get us a bit fitter, circuit training and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Went along to some of his clubs that he does, and then just got sucked into it. It's brilliant. Just like he says, invites you along to places, come along the bikes with us, come down here, just get sucked in. It's brilliant.
Getting in the water, are you a strong swimmer, would you say?
I've only ever swam in a pool really, and it's totally different in there. Like it's daunting, it's deep, it's like cold, really cold, and you get in and it takes your breath away. But Dave's there, he calms you down, tells you how to breathe. It's it's tough, but it's good.
So it's quite scary.
It is. Yeah.
But with the coach there,
Definitely.
you feel sort of safer.
Yeah.
What kind of dangers are out there, and do you think that people can go out there on their own, or should they have a coach?
Well, absolutely, 100% don't go out there on your own, because I mean it's a big no-no. In anything to do with triathlon, we call it buddying up. You've always got to be with someone. I mean, it's dangerous out there. The water drops down. With a coach, that's what we're there for. We're there to help people. People like Richard, we take them out, we safety train them. We make sure that before they even stroke out, we make sure they can float. We make sure they know how to use the wetsuit properly. Because with the wetsuit on, you're safe. As long as you know how to do it, you don't panic, and that's what we're there for, really. We're there to help them.
When I was watching you guys in the water, I saw that you had a little go at swimming, and you was coaching him as to how to place his arms and things like that. So are there certain techniques that they need to use?
Absolutely. With pool swimming and wetsuit swimming is completely different. When you're pool swimming, your body's there. You're in a pool, you've got the bottom, you can see the sides. Out here, you can't see anything except for the fish that's going underneath you, which can be a little bit daunting. But the wetsuit, it's like it's your tool. It's helping you. The wetsuit, it's like I was explaining to Richard, he was doing short armed. When you've got a wetsuit on, you've got to pull your arm out, you glide, you let the wetsuit do your job for you. That's what it's there for, and it helps you. It can give you that little bit more. So if you watch the elite swimming, they do that. They stroke all the way out. Their arm goes out. The wetsuit does the work for them, and it can give you that little bit more extra.
Right. So there's certain techniques, and obviously you picked it up fairly quick, I saw, and you looked quite confident out there. Did you feel like confident, or was that sort of you were feeding off of Dave?
To start with, I didn't know what I was getting myself in for. To be honest, it's cold. You know, it takes your breath away, but then get used to it. Like you said, just put your arms all the way out, which I wasn't doing to start with, and you just feel good. It's good. And
Excellent.
like, if you do, I did have a little panic once. Last time I was here, and all you got to do is just lie on your back, and the wetsuit does the job for you.
Yeah, I heard you talking about if you do freak out or if you do panic, you just roll over onto your back. What does that do?
The wetsuit, if you've got a wetsuit on, you just lie. People don't realise that you can just lie there and float, and it's like a rubber ring. It just keeps you up. And we try and tell people, it's like if you're doing a triathlon, the first rule is you roll over, put your hand up, you're in trouble. And by just rolling over, and it's so easy. We've seen so many people panic. Like Richard said, the first time he got in there, he did panic, which was a while back. But we just told him, Rich, roll over. And I talked to him just like we're talking now, and he was fine.
If any of you guys are interested in competing in triathlon or getting involved, how do we contact you?
Yeah, go onto my website, boxfit.org.uk, give me a shout, and then come up and play with us in our playground up here.
Cool. Now back to RealTrainerTv to see what it's all about.
If you are a coach or trainer and would like to be featured on Real Trainer TV, go to realtrainertv.com and register your interest.